Hello, my name is Emily, as you may or may not know, and today we are going to be talking about the extremely popular to hated pipeline. I'm sure this is something everyone has noticed at one point or another where, a certain piece of media or a celebrity gets super popular, and then like clockwork, it seems that people, will tend to turn on that person or thing. And that's just something that comes with being in the public eye, right? Obviously, the more popular you get, the wider your audience is, and then the more people can perceive you negatively and say negative things. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, there's like a population of people that's like almost a small country that just wants me to suffer. When you get to a certain level like BTS, Blackpink, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, One Direction, all these people, it's impossible to have everyone like you. Like that's literally just not possible. There's just bound to be people preying on your downfall, people sending you death threats and wishing you ill. And they don't even have to have a reason. They're just laying on their unwashed sheets, scrolling through Twitter, waiting to leave their 5th hate comment of the hour. And when we're talking about celebrities, of course, this happens to all people, but we can't deny that there is definitely a prevalence of this type of behavior when it comes to women. And a lot of the times, the onslaught of hate is literally just because they find the woman to be like slightly off-putting or annoying. It's not even because, of something, most of the time when male actors and singers, whatever, get attacked, it's because of like, they actually did something. Like they assaulted someone or they, did something sexist or blah, blah, blah. But, with women, it seems to be just like, I don't really like her vibe. Therefore, she must suffer. We've seen it with a lot of actresses, where people just have their pitchfork sharpened because they don't like how a particular woman came across. Maybe she made a snide comment and seemed rude, or she's trying too hard to be funny, or like this or that. We saw it happen with Jennifer Lawrence, Brie Larson, Rachel Zegler, Anne Hathaway, Kristen Stewart. Especially in the age of the internet where we get to see things unfold in real time, people love to see the downfall of others and they love to share their opinions. In regards to celebrity culture, I think more and more gradually people are not seeing these celebrities as idols anymore, but instead figureheads for wealth and being, out of touch with reality, which I think is totally fair, right? I mean, when we think about a lot of these A-listers and how freaking rich they are, it's like that scene from Arrested Development where, the mom character is like, how much could a banana possibly cost, Michael? $10?
I mean, it's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
But even with the decrease in idolization, what still remains is, that degree of separation and that distance from the general public. And so when we see really popular and successful celebrities being brought down or we're witnessing their downfall, I think that it's almost entertainment to some, and they almost want to indulge in it and enjoy it. And for some reason, people just love to hate. And obviously, if a celebrity is being brought down a peg because they like actually did something, like assaulted someone or something like that, then that is a completely different story. But I do think that when people are just hating on these celebrities so much, it's like, I think they genuinely don't recognize that they also have feelings. I mean, most recently, the Rachel Zegler hate train happened, and, that was literally just a brigade of people who just thought it was okay to send this woman death threats and harass her online for months just because they thought she was a little annoying. It's like, I'm pretty sure she's like a theater kid. Like, we're all a little annoying. And let me be clear, okay, I think that she is a very talented young woman who is, just getting used to being in the spotlight, and I really don't think that she did anything wrong to warrant the amount of hate that she was getting. Like, that was crazy. So finding success in the entertainment industry can be a great thing, but if you get super popular, you just have to prepare yourself for the inevitable onslaught of hate that you most likely will get at some point. And today we have with us aspiring actress Amanda Wang. Everybody give Amanda a warm welcome.
Hi.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Of course. We always love to have new talent on the show. It's so inspiring to see, starving artists. Thank you. Anyways, I do have some pretty exciting news that I would like to announce. I actually just booked the lead in the upcoming fantasy franchise, The Dragon Warrior, and I'm going to be starring alongside Lucy Liu. So you're going to be super mainstream and in the spotlight now, is what you're saying. I mean, I guess so, yeah. I'm sending you my thoughts and prayers. What? All right, let's take some questions from the audience. Hi. So I wasn't gonna ask this before, but now that I know you're gonna be like super popular, I was just wondering, do you think you deserve it, and why should I care? Sorry? Sorry, I meant to say you don't deserve it, I do not care, and we will not be watching. Valid. Okay, next question. Hi, why does woke Hollywood insist on casting non-white people for everything? And why are you ugly and flat-chested, and will you apologize for that? Oh, now that is a great question. I love your spirit of inquiry. Well, first of all... All right, next question. You're a whore, and I think that you should die in a meat grinder accident. Oh my God, are you really gonna let people harass me like this? Listen, it's better you get used to it now. And obviously, even though people don't want to be the target of negativity and hate, there is that sort of rhetoric of like, if you have haters, that means you've made it. And I think that a lot of people might even be a little bit glad to have their first batch of haters because that means, wait, I'm popular? It's almost like a flex to have people hate on you because it means, hey, I'm big enough to have haters. Some people are probably even happy to have their first hater. You know, I'm sure that there's a SoundCloud rapper out there somewhere who's reading his first hate comment and he's like, thank you, I've made it to the promised land. I even remember feeling that way when I got my first hate comment. You know, at first I was like, aw, this person thinks I'm ugly and not funny. That sucks. And then I was like, wait a second. Why is Gary Johnson from Wisconsin trying to take me down a peg? I guess that means I'm at a higher peg. I don't know if his name is Gary Johnson, by the way. That was a joke. I don't remember his name. You know, I should have screenshotted it so I could have, you know, printed it out and framed it and put it next to my degree. So it all depends on the context, obviously, but sometimes when you're getting hate, it's like, maybe this is an indication that I'm on the right track and I'm getting more popular. Ugh, this person is getting too happy and too successful. I don't like that. Kill yourself. Hey, did you just tell me to kill myself? What? No. What? Yes, but wait, how did you get in here? So it is you. Wow. Okay, well, you know, I just wanted to come here personally and say thank you. What? You are my first ever hater. Okay, I mean, this is amazing. I couldn't thank you enough. It's like such an honor. Wait, you're happy that I left you a hate comment? Yes, of course, okay? It means that I'm climbing up the social ranks of a random nobody as harassing me online. I'm not a nobody, okay? I have a podcast. Yeah, right, you and half the nation. Anyways, I want to remember this moment, okay? I want to take a picture. Say kill yourself. Kill yourself! So moving on from celebrities to pieces of media like music and movies, I think a big reason as to why people hate popular pieces of media is because of the need to feel different and also overexposure. In regards to overexposure, I mean, it's pretty true that if something is being shoved down your throat, you're gonna wanna cough it back up. I feel like this is especially true for music. You know, I feel like when Call Me Maybe came out in 2012, so many people were wishing that the Mayan calendar was right and that the world would just end in 2012 so they wouldn't have to hear that song anymore. Or, you know, kids' songs like Let It Go from Frozen or Baby Shark, you know, those songs had parents ready to give up their kids for adoption. So while I do understand the overexposure aspect of hating something that's popular because you're just tired of it, I do think that there is a portion of people who also hate on things that are popular, not even due to overexposure. It's not even that they're tired of it. They don't even let themselves be exposed to it in the first place because they want to be unique and they want to be different and they just have no interest in, you know, seeing things or listening to things that appeal to the general public on a super large scale. I think sometimes when people hate on popular stuff, it's because they want to feel and be perceived as special and, you know, like not a part of the herd or something like that. Like, no, I don't like Taylor Swift because she has tens of millions of fans and I'm not gonna be one of them. Wake up, sheeple. Like, I remember seeing this one tweet that was like, I still haven't seen Squid Game and at this point I'm just not gonna watch it to be able to say that I haven't seen it. And, you know, these people are probably the same types of people to be like, yeah, my favorite film is a Norwegian senior thesis film that you've probably never seen and my favorite band only has 38 monthly listeners on Spotify. Spotify. Like, if you're publicly making it a point to declare your dislike for this particular popular thing, are you just sharing your opinion because that's, just the nature of the internet? Or are you trying to make a distinction between yourself and the rest of the general public? And maybe you're trying to do both, and at the end of the day, like, it's the internet. You can say whatever you want. It's just something that I've noticed. But I don't know. I mean, you guys know that there's no prize for, like, having the most niche interest, or, there's no prize for hating on popular things. Have you ever seen Gossip Girl? No, I don't watch things like that. Like what? Things that are mainstream. Okay, well then what do you watch? Well, you've probably never heard of my favorite show. Try me. Martin Squogmeyer's Home Videos, only available through VHS. Who the fuck is Martin Squogmeyer? A boy who used to live in my neighborhood. His home tapes are your favorite show? Why? You've never heard of it, I assume? Well, no. I've never met Mr. Squogmeyer. Oh, typical! Typical. Oh, you're so mainstream. It's cute. I feel like you listen to Taylor Swift, don't you? You probably don't even know who the Taiwanese Vegetable Brigade is. Oh, what is the Taiwanese Vegetable Brigade? So you haven't heard of them. Oh, how that brings euphoria to me. It is an underground group in Taiwan of 17 elderly men who boil an assortment of vegetables, and then they stomp on the vegetables wearing spiked shoes while playing the Chinese instrument, the guzheng. And then they keep doing that until their arthritis sets in. There are no women allowed in the group, but guess what? They can't get canceled because no one knows who they are. Okay, what the hell are you even talking about? Like, how did you find these people? Well, I'm always on the hunt for things that nobody else knows about so that I can be the only one who likes it, and well, if something has too large of an audience, I simply am not interested in it. And that's fun for you? No, not really. Now, this is a really specific phenomena, but I did want to talk about it. I've noticed that when big influencers or actors, singers, whoever, if they're getting a lot of negative attention, then there's always somebody, at least one I would say at least 10 people in the audience who are like, yeah, I've never had a good feeling about them. And it's like, really? I mean, this just goes along with the whole, I'm different thing, right? It's like, well, you were worshiping the ground the celebrity walked on and licking at their boots like a little kitten. I was gathering evidence, preparing for the downfall of the empire. And I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm sure it's like, all the other things I've said, maybe these people genuinely did feel this way. Maybe genuinely 5 years ago when this person was just starting out, the moment you saw them on, your Twitter feed, you were like, I don't like that bitch. Perhaps that is the case, but whenever I read one of those tweets that's just like, I always had a bad feeling about her, I'm just like, no, you didn't. Like, I swear an article could come out right now that's like, Amelia Earhart rumored to use steroids while flying. And then some random person on Twitter would quote tweet the article and be like, yeah, I never liked her. I've always said this. Huh? It's like one of those times where I just feel like people are just saying shit to say shit. Like, I don't know why it reminds me of this. This is like not at all related really. But it reminds me of that trend on TikTok where people were asking their boyfriends, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And then an abundance of them were like, oh, at least like 1 to 3 times per day. And I'm like, I think you're being deceptive right now. I think you're being deceitful and lying. The only time I've ever thought about the Roman Empire was one time when I was in Rome at the Colosseum. And I was barely even thinking about it then, okay? Because my mind was preoccupied with anticipating the downfall of multiple celebrities, which I will then tweet about once they happen. And look, I mean, it is entirely not out of the question to anticipate any celebrity's downfall because it's more than likely to happen at one point or another. But there is a noticeable pattern of people who just claim that they always had a bad feeling about someone. And it's like what? Like, are you fucking psychic? Nervous? A little. I've never seen a psychic before. That's all right. There's no need to be nervous. Okay, here, just give me your hands. Oh God. What? Nothing. Your hands are just really fucking dry. Okay. There's something looming around the corner. Death is coming. What? What do you mean? Pain, a lot of suffering. There's something else. There's something else coming to the surface. I can just barely see it. It's what is it? Can't be. It's Olivia Rodrigo. I have a bad feeling about her. What? Her downfall. It's coming. Olivia Rodrigo? Something bad is going to happen to her career. I can't wait to tweet about how I've known this all along. I'm sorry, okay, what does Olivia Rodrigo have to do with anything? Okay, can we get back to the visions you were having of my imminent death? Right, sorry. Yes, all I'm seeing is Olivia right now, I'm sorry. Lady, are you fucking serious? Oh my god. So if I ever get super, super popular as a YouTuber or as an actor, right, please don't hate me unless I do something bad. Then you can hate me and you can, what's that called? Ridicule me. But if not, please continue to be nice to me. Because otherwise, my feelings will be hurt. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you're thinking of commenting something hateful or negative towards someone or something, maybe do some self-reflection and perhaps focus on something positive, and it could maybe make your day better. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.